Good. I was told this, guys, I just got out of the car. So I will be. Give me 5 minutes. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. What a great weekend in Louisville it was. A couple of great victories for our University of Louisville football team, basketball team. Congratulations to the volleyball team. The women had an amazing season and so proud of what they accomplished and excited for their future. And then last night was a great night, another great night in downtown Louisville with our hometown star Jack Harlow performing to a sold-out Young Center. It was a wonderful event. And so for those of you who did not enjoy any of the amazing things in downtown or around the town this next weekend, well, we've got some more stuff in store for you. I'm very excited to announce that 2 weeks from today, on January 2nd, I will be inaugurated as the 51st mayor of Louisville. And to celebrate that inauguration and to really kick off our administration, working with the entire community, we are going to have an open house 2 weeks from today on January 2nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The entire community is invited to come meet my family, myself, my administration, and see our beautiful Metro Hall right behind me. If you haven't been in this building before, it's a gorgeous, amazing building that is the seat of our city government, and we want everyone to participate in this new day, this new direction of our new administration. And so the entire community is welcome to come meet and talk with us, share your ideas, ask your questions with myself, my administration, and see the building during this open house from 1 to 4 p.m. on January 2nd, 2023. It's almost our new year. Metro Hall is located right here at 527 West Jefferson Street in downtown. The building will be open. We'll have tours. We'll have light refreshments for the public to enjoy. And also, one other great announcement is that all day on January 2nd, TARC will be fare free. So people can ride TARC to come downtown for the inaugural open house. Or if you want to go anywhere else in the entire city on TARC on January 2nd, there will be no charge. It will be fare free on TARC. I want to give a special thanks to the folks at TARC for making this happen, as well as the hardworking men and women of the ATU that keep TARC running every day. Thank you all very much to them. The inaugural event is chaired by my good friend, Steve Wilson. Steve, unfortunately, had a last-minute conflict and so could not be here this morning. But Steve has a great day planned for the inaugural open house, welcoming everyone into Metro Hall. I will be inaugurated earlier in the morning due to space limitations in the rotunda. That will be a private swearing in, but we invite all of you in the media to join us for that event. And we will be broadcasting that on Metro TV, and we invite you, the media, to join us for that swearing in, as well as the entire open house throughout the day on January 2nd. January 2nd also happens to be the federal holiday for the new year, since it falls on a Sunday. So many people will be off of work. Hopefully that gives people the opportunity to come down and be with us in Metro Hall that day. Most of the football games will be over by then. As I mentioned earlier, the Cards have won. The Cats will have won by then. And so come on down. It'll be all indoors. I know it's cold outside, so it'll be all indoors. It's time to get to work. So we will have this open house. To me, meeting the public is part of the work as mayor, is being accessible, being transparent, getting to know people and listening to their ideas and concerns throughout the community. So once the open house concludes, we'll be right back at it. We'll be working the rest of the day on January 2nd, and then from then on for the entire administration. So I'm very excited to invite the entire community to our open house on January 2nd from 1 to 4 p.m. I look forward to seeing you all then. And in the meantime, between now and then, I wish everyone a happy holidays, a happy new year, and I look forward to seeing everyone on January 2nd. Thank you all very much. And if there are any questions, happy to take them.
Well, is the weather the reason you're doing this privately?
Yeah, a big part of the reason is just the weather. We want people to be comfortable. And so by having an open house, we can invite the entire community to come join us for the inauguration. I look forward to meeting everyone who comes to the building. can see the building, they can see what their city hall, Metro Hall is all about. They can meet not just myself, but other deputy mayors, other people who are part of the administration to ask questions, share their ideas, or just get to meet us. But the swearing in earlier in the day will just be just based on space limitations.
Does this lessen the cost of a traditional inauguration, or is going to make it this way?
So we are raising private funds. There is some city funds that have been budgeted before the election was even complete. My understanding is they were budgeted in the last budget for transition, some inaugural costs. But doing it this way, there will be lower costs of doing this as well, doing it in Metro.
How was the trip to D.C. and what was discussed? I know there was a lot of, federal projects, infrastructure conversations.
Yeah, on Friday, thank you for asking, Isaiah. On Friday, I was in Washington, D.C. I, along with a few other newly elected mayors from around the country, had the opportunity to meet with President Biden in the White House, along with 4 other members of his cabinet, the Secretary of Labor, Secretary of Transportation, the Domestic Policy Advisor, and the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. They were very productive conversations. They were informative for me, but they were also productive because we were able to talk about the historic investments that the President Biden's administration has made in cities. And I know we all know about the American Rescue Plan dollars that this administration and Metro Hall have already invested of $388 million. But there is so much more in infrastructure. Under the Inflation Reduction Act, things that we can invest in transportation, things like improving broadband service. There's so much. And affordable housing, that was a big topic of conversation as well. What we can do to develop more affordable housing and address our homeless crisis as well. And so we had very productive conversations with the cabinet secretary and with President Biden in particular. I had an opportunity to talk with him about issues impacting public safety. And so we talked about what the federal government and his administration has been doing to reduce the amount of gun violence and what we can continue to do as mayors and cities to reduce the amount of violence impacting our city.
You're going to have this open house essentially right after you get inaugurated. What is the message that you hope this sends to the community?
Part of the reason for doing this open house is this is the people's house. Metro Hall is the seat of government. People should have a chance to be in their government. I want to have a very accessible and transparent administration. And so what better way to start off than to meet with people, to just have direct dialogue with not just myself, but my deputy mayors, other members of the administration, let them share their ideas, ask their questions, or just get to know us better. And so to me, it's about accessibility, it's about transparency, and it's about getting to work because there's no time to waste. We all know we have a lot of great things going on in the city. We also have very significant challenges, and so our team is ready to get to work.
Craig, it's going to be warm in there during the inauguration, and there's a lot of people outside who are unhoused and freezing. Are there any immediate plans with your administration to provide winter weather shelters?
We are looking at all available options on that right now to understand what we can do, what the administration has historically done from the city's perspective, but also working with some of the nonprofit organizations that serve the homeless community right now. That is high on our list given the freezing cold temperatures that we're dealing with and that are getting on the homeless.
Have you guys heard at all or had conversations with Mayor Fisher, with the Department of Justice, as far as when that impending report will be coming out? It sounds like it will likely be under your administration at this point.
I think that's right. I've been briefed by the current administration and the county attorney's office about what they are aware of with respect to the DOJ's work over the past year or so in our community. I've had a brief introductory call with some members of the Department of Justice, but neither the current administration nor I have a timeline on when that report will come out. My guess, however, is that it will be after the new year.
And how does that make you feel as far as preparation goes to know, like, okay, this will fully be me. There will be no transition, at least not in that period.
Well, it's gonna be a team effort of our administration, the county attorney, as well as LMPD, which of course is a part of the administration. They have done a very thorough job preparing for the report, anticipating things that might come. There are steps that already have been taken that are improvements that you have heard from Deputy Chief soon to be interim police chief Jackie Gwynn Villaroel, and the improvements they've made, other things that are on the list. We're going to continue those, we're going to expand those, and do everything we can to continue working with LMPD so that it is a trusted, transparent, and well-trained police organization.
Does that increase the urgency to find a permanent chief, knowing that it will be under your administration when you get those results?
I feel that urgency for this reason and many others. I think the community wants, expects, and deserves a permanent police chief. And so right after the inauguration of getting that search process underway, we'll begin immediately.
Did you go to the Jack Harlow show?
I did.
And
Well, I have two sons who are huge Jack Harlow fans, 19 and 17 years old. My son just got back from college. And so last night was the first night of Hanukkah, and we celebrated Hanukkah together as a family with that as a gift to go to the Jack Harlow show. And it was a very fun show. I felt a great sense of pride of being from Louisville. You could tell that just the energy that he felt, and for him, what a moment it was to perform to a sold-out young center in his hometown, and to see people just having some good old-fashioned fun celebrating with some music was an enjoyable experience for my family and everyone who got a chance to go. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor.